Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello and welcome to Today We Learned number 51.
Today we learned number 51.
Is there a strange echo in here? No, there's not.
There's
it's just
not.
Your old pals, Razzle and Dan.
Just Dan and Razzle here.
Yeah.
And Aristotle. He's over there. Say something, Aristotle. Hello. That's Aristotle.
Classic Aristotle.
Classic.
Always saying that.
Always saying
Oh,
Aristotle.
man.
Johnny, hello,
Yeah.
everybody.
A real Hank welcome over there. Anyway, guys, the point is you downloaded this podcast. Maybe someone made you do it. Maybe you're just holding it for an older friend.
Yeah.
But you're here. We're here. So why not? Why don't we learn something? And we've got...
Learn multiple things.
Yes, let's learn a bunch of things today. And we have a great guest today. I'm very excited that we're able to get her on the podcast.
Great guest.
Yes.
Great, really fun girl.
You may know her from Heroes. You may know her from Dexter, The Real Housewives of Horror, which is, I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
And also her podcast, Mystic Party.
Mystic Party.
Not River, not Pizza, Mystic Party.
Mystic Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hosts that with her brother, she was saying.
Yes.
And that sounds like a very fun podcast.
Mm-hmm. But we're not here to talk about that fun podcast. We're here to have fun on our own podcast.
We're here to have fun on our own podcast.
Yes.
Today We Learned podcast.
Yes. Number
knowledge.
51. Podcast
Number
knowledge.
51.
TM.
TM. You'll get that later.
Yeah. All in due time.
Oh, and hold your horses.
Yeah. And if you can't lift that much horse meat, well, keep working out.
Keep working out.
It'll happen.
You'll get there.
Yeah. You can carry 200 pounds back to your wagon.
So, did you say her name, or did you just say...
I didn't say her name.
You said
I've left it till the end.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But everybody knows because they clicked on the link anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Dumb
So,
people.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
anyways.
without further ado,
today
we learned number 51 with Brea Grant.
Today we learned. Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
Hello and welcome to another fun-filled episode of Today We Learned, a podcast of knowledge, or at least a close approximation of it. Yeah. I'm your host, Dan Casey.
And as always, my name is Razzle.
And today we have a very special guest with us, Brea Grant. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you very much. You may know her from The Real Housewives of Horror. Huge fan.
You've never seen it. You just said you had never seen it. And
he just goes
you've never
on.
even watched a single Real Housewives show ever. God.
No, I've watched. My writing partner is a huge fan of all that shit. Like we got done writing the other day, and he had on The Real Housewives of the OC, I think.
Yeah.
And then there's
It's a good
another one, Ladies of London. He watches.
Oh, I haven't watched that one.
so
That sounds
good.
like something I need to.
Yeah,
investigate.
that sounds
So good.
right proper.
And he'll watch all of those shows, and then he'll watch like History 2 shows about like ghosts and
Yeah.
Oh, those are good. Those are good too.
Hitler's
Sounds like
dirt
we should be watching
bikes.
TV together, me and your
Yeah.
roommate or your writing partner, whoever it is.
And also the podcast Mystic Party.
Mystic Party. I like that you say those things. Like people usually know me because I was on Heroes.
All right.
And that was the other thing. And Dexter.
We're trying to.
But I like plug these other things that I
Exactly.
do that are like
hold
way
on.
more recent.
Which season of Heroes were you on?
3. I was the really fast girl. Yeah, and everybody goes, I didn't watch that one.
watched the
Did
season
you quit
one.
watching on
I
season?
watched all of them.
Oh, did you?
I did.
I was the girl who was real fast.
Yeah,
Oh, you knew that.
I knew that.
Okay.
So you were like the Flash.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I was like the Flash. Yeah. It was, I did a lot of running.
Yeah,
Did you
so-
have a costume?
No one on Heroes had costumes. Did
It
you
was-
not? You clearly
It
didn't
was
watch
very
that show
grounded.
either.
He watched it right after he saw Real Housewives of Horror. It was a
Here's the
double
deal.
feature.
I watched the first season, and I feel like, which one? No, they had the carnival. They had people in a circus with costumes, right?
That's the 4th season. That's the 4th season.
I didn't watch the fourth season. How do I know about a carnival?
That is definitely the 4th season.
I watched the first season because there was the senator's dude, and it was the dude who.
Yeah.
There was that S with the things, like the dollar sign
It's,
everywhere.
Truly a scintillating recap.
This really is. I have no idea what we're
then there
talking
was
about.
that dude who
and
could
I've seen
shapeshift
it.
and steal people's powers.
That
That was the thing.
is a person.
Yeah, Spock.
Yeah. He's now Spock. He's now Spock.
was that's right. He was the bad guy. He was like
before
Silas or something
before
like
he
that.
was a logical person.
Yeah, and he could take powers.
just a real monster.
He could cut people's brains off.
Yeah, and he was real.
That's what he would like.
He
eat
loved
'em.
putting clocks together.
Yeah.
He's super
He was
into it.
so into watches and clocks and stuff.
And then the good guys had one mark, and then the bad guys had another birthmark, and they never explained what those were.
What? I don't remember this aspect of the show.
You didn't watch.
I think you're thinking of a different show.
The thing that I remember
You're
most
thinking
of all.
Orphan Black. Orphan Black? That's the show you're thinking of.
I've never seen Orphan Black. Is that about superheroes? I'm sold.
Yeah, close enough. Close enough.
No,
About
they
a girl
had,
with a bunch of siblings that look a lot like her.
No,
Okay,
they're not
like-
siblings. Oh, should I not give it away?
They're not siblings. They're
They're
clones.
not. They're clones.
They're clones.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, that's pretty much in the log line.
Yeah.
They're clones.
Girl gets cloned, hijinks ensue.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so wild and crazy.
Like
No, it's
multiplicity.
dark.
With,
Yeah, it's just
but
a
like
remake.
really, really dark.
It's just a remake of Multiplicity.
that was a good movie. I like Michael Keaton.
You didn't
Yeah.
like that movie.
I did.
I've
Annie
never seen
McDowell.
it.
You never seen it?
That's the one thing I haven't seen. So
The one thing.
no,
Yeah,
it's-
everything
it's lots
else.
of things.
Scott, I've seen a lot of things. You don't know. You didn't see the first season of Heroes, obviously.
Yeah, I did see it, and I think what
They
you're saying
had
is making fun.
birthmarks.
And you're making that up.
Who's that dude? That dude that follows like everybody on Twitter. That white dude. That Greg.
Oh,
Newsom.
first
he was the dude who could hear people's thoughts or whatever.
Greg Grunberg. I
Yeah.
played his love interest in third season.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
He had a birthmark in the first season.
Okay, whatever.
Then he
he
had.
follows everybody on Twitter.
I don't know him or Tay Diggs. I'm confused.
I think Tay Diggs follows more people on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, really? He recently followed me, and I got really excited. I was
I
like,
had the same
he probably
thing.
thinks I'm attractive.
I had the same thought process.
And then it turns
And I'm
out he
like-
just follows somebody. Someone else was like, "Hey, Tay Diggs just started following me." I was like, "Oh, that's probably just a coincidence. I'm sure we're both just really cool." But no,
Yeah.
he does follow everybody.
Yeah, I'm
Bummer.
just really special, along with like the 90,000 other people he follows.
Hold on. Here's the deal. If you think he follows 90,000, he started following me when he was only following like 82,000.
Oh.
So let's pull it up right here. 108,000.
I told you.
God, I guess I should not be following him then.
Tay Diggs.
Because I was like,
108.
we're totally going to connect somehow on
Yeah.
Twitter. We're going
Yeah.
to be friends.
No. He started following me, and I'm like, oh, I know that name. And then I looked to see who he was, and I couldn't name a thing he was in, but I know the name. I
He
know
was
who
like
Tay
a
Diggs is.
model, like
Okay.
back in the day. And then he had a comic book. Am I thinking of the right person?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he had a comic book. I don't know how I know all this about Tay Diggs, but I do know those two things about him.
I'll tell you what. According to his Twitter profile, he's serious about
Yeah,
chocolate,
he did
and
a-
don't get it twisted.
Whoa.
He's
I don't
serious
know.
about chocolate, Mr. Tay Diggs.
Wow. That
If you're
sounds
li-
like
if
kind
you're-
of sexy. I don't know
Yeah.
what it means,
If
but
you're
I'm
li-
excited.
If you're listening, Mr. Diggs, be on our podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing I know him best for is no longer being married to Adela Dazeem.
I don't even know who that is. Guys, we're talking
She,
about a bunch of things that the other people don't know about. So it's
She
like hard to have a
played. She
conversation.
played Adina Menzel, who in turn
The
played
Oscars.
Elsa in Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
She sang the voice, and then John Travolta's like, he got the thing wrong.
she's wickedly talented.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wickedly talented. This is such an outdated
Yeah, right.
reference. It's closer to the
Coming up next, 3 hours of Borat impressions.
it's closer to the new Oscars of 2015 than it is to the old Oscars.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough of talking about shows that most of our
Yeah.
listeners probably have not or have seen, and they know about birthmarks on season 1.
Listen, the only thing you know about season 1 of Heroes is that the Nissan Versa is a brilliant, affordable
That is
car
really-
with a great MPG.
And a phone. There's a phone I always had to carry.
Yeah?
I don't remember what it was. Some phone sponsored it too.
Nice.
Yeah.
So funny.
The Motorola Razr.
They're like, and now get a shot of the phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And can we cheat the phone out?
Yeah, can you shoot the phone outward so everybody can see it?
Yeah. Who text like this? All right. So, Brea, we usually like to start the podcast by having our guests either give a fact about themselves people might not know or something they learned recently. And
Okay.
this can be something you found at a Snapple cap or some life-changing event. There's really anything.
Oh, wow. I don't feel like I have many life-changing events anymore in my entire life. I just like put my mouth on this microphone. That's cool, right?
So we clean them after every session.
No, you don't. We don't. Do you?
It's like the inside of Star-Lord's spaceship. Do not use a blacklight.
Gotcha.
I get it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Guardians, spoiler alert.
Oh, watch out. He's
out for
he's a
jokes.
sex maniac.
Yeah.
Okay, something about okay. I did learn a very good household tip this week.
Sure.
This is
Go
a
on.
little like Oprah magazine kind of tidbit,
Ooh.
but I found it on the internet.
Okay.
If you get oil on a shirt, which I do all the time, I don't know how I eat so much oily food or something, but I'm always getting oil on shirts. The best way to get it out is dishwashing liquid
Interesting.
dishwashing stuff. I'm saying this wrong. What is the word
Like
I'm looking
detergent?
for? No, not detergent.
Not dish detergent, like
Dishwasher
liquid
soap.
dish soap.
Dishwasher soap.
Dish soap. Like,
dish soap.
Like the
crystals?
Like
orange
Dawn or whatever.
Dawn.
Yeah, like just that. And you just pour it on there and leave it on for like 30 minutes.
soap.
Yeah, but here's the
Dish
thing.
soap.
Yes, okay, but I had a shirt. It had an oil stain. I put it in the washer, dryer. Nothing. Right, still there. And then I did this dish soap thing, which I guess because dish soap is designed to get oil off of things,
Yeah.
it works on clothes.
Interesting.
You guys are not very interested in this.
No,
fact.
that
No, I'm
I,
very interested.
guys don't do your own laundry.
I do. I do. Believe me.
I just throw it out when I'm done.
While I'm listening, I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of what it would be called. Aristotle, do you know what it is? Did you look? No.
What is that?
Dish soap. I don't
Dish
know.
soap. It is dish soap. That's what it is.
dish soap.
Yeah.
It's like
But
dish
I feel like there's a
washing
fancier
soap.
name. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But anyway, that's a very good...
Dishwashing
that's something-
liquid.
Oh, I needed to know that because I get so much oil in my shirts. But let me tell you something better. I'm going to tell you something better than
I mean,
that.
that's a very good tip. I'll
a good
be
tip.
honest. That's a very.
Oh,
good,
should,
that's a
wait,
good-
should I stop
that's a-
there? Should I just not...
No, you
get-
can't.
Oh, you
Keep
may
going.
continue.
I can
or-
say as many as I want.
Yeah.
I can spend the
absolutely.
whole podcast talking about things I
that's
learned.
this point.
I learned what a globster was.
What is a globster? Apart from like a bunch of lobsters stuck together.
Wait, I'm not even saying it wrong now.
Like,
I learned nothing this week.
that's globster. It's a
No,
Harlem
globster. It's the thing.
Globetrotter fan.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's Do you know when like a whale carcass washes up on the shore?
yes.
Yeah, you looked it up.
I
you
did.
looked it up. Okay, those are called globsters.
No way.
Yeah, and so there's like a lot of famous ones, like the one in Oregon where they like blew it up, and they were like, you know how we're gonna get rid of this? We're just gonna blow it up.
Yeah,
Which
and
just
it
like
rained
and it rained everywhere and got
whale
like
chunks
miles
just, like,
away.
destroying cars.
Yeah. And then but there have been famous ones since like the 1700s where they're like it was,
Yeah.
and people think it's like things that don't exist. They're like this one was like a unicorn.
There's a
Not
whole
really.
list of notable globsters,
Yes,
including
I read this.
Tasmanian globster and Tasmanian globster 2.
From like 1700s, like all
Yeah.
dating way back.
The
There's like
4-mile globster and the Chilean blob.
right. There's like amazing globsters on Wikipedia. You can look up.
Now, are they always whale carcasses or
No,
just
not
washed up carcass?
Not
Yeah, just
always.
washed up
Carcass or
Any
carcass?
carcasses?
It's carcasses.
Carcass.
Yeah, not carcae.
Carcassonians.
Yeah, carcosans.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a flat
they're
circle.
unidentified organic masses that wash up on the shoreline of an ocean or another body of water.
Yeah, and there's all these ones from like the 1800s that have been documented, and people are like, this one had 7 eyes, and it was covered in white fur, and like things like that, which are not probably true, or maybe they had things that look
Unless
like
it was
eyes.
mold, it could have been white fur. With
That's what
mold
there
as
was
well.
one where they were like they thought it was mold and it was white fur, and it sounds really disgusting to me. But it's a really fascinating thing, and there's photos. If
It's
you go
like,
on
so,
Wikipedia.
okay, so globster is unidentified object washed up on the shore. Then flotsam. I always confuse flotsam
Oh.
and jetsam. Flotsam and jetsam is when it's just shit floating in the ocean, right? But there's 2 different types. Like flotsam is from a sunken ship, right?
Flotsam is floating wreckage of a ship or cargo.
makes
Jetsam
sense.
is part of a ship.
What? That's the same thing.
Or no,
thought
jetsam
jetsam is
is
trash.
something that was purposely jettisoned.
thrown over.
Like you threw it overboard to lighten the
But
load.
how can you identify that? Like, if I see a floating thing and it's not a carcass, so we know it's not a globster, how do I go? That's a
if it's like-
flotsam or a
I
jetsam.
think it's it's the difference between is it solid or is it wreckage.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think it's
What is
purpose.
that, just
it's,
trash?
It's purpose behind it partially, but
Okay.
it's also I feel like with flotsam that's more going to be like remains of a ship that are floating,
Ah.
whereas jetsam would be like a specific part or a specific like cargo that you
Yeah,
threw
you
overboard
threw
to
over.
lighten the load.
Right. So if I have like a screaming child that
Yeah.
I dislike and I throw it
Jetsam.
overboard,
Yeah,
jetsam.
Or you
Yeah,
lock it in the back seat of
or-
your car.
Or if you have a ship full of screaming children that goes down,
Then it-
they would be flotsam.
Gotcha. Check.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of
Or
sense.
if you have 2 electric eels as your henchmen. At the bottom. That's a Little Mermaid.
That's a Little Mermaid joke. I understood
Yeah.
it. I was ready for it. I was
And
excited.
cargo lying on the bottom of the ocean is called lagan.
Oh.
Lagan. I hope
That
lagan.
sounds like, yeah, it sounds very
Yeah.
Scottish.
yeah.
Lagan.
I think most things are probably
lagan?
most
Lagsome.
nautical terms.
Lagsome would have been better. While we're talking about oceans and waters and stuff like that and like the shores, I was watching a little bit of Shark Week earlier today.
Oh, go on.
And there was there was a thing on like there's some creatures on the shore of the beach, and I'm like, are those seals or are those sea lions? And I'm like, what's the difference between seals or sea lions?
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked up on my iPhone,
Yeah,
and there's
one
a little
sings really soulful
One's-
ballads.
One, One's got a scar on his face. The other,
and
Yeah.
was married to Heidi Klum.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Oh, bummer.
I'm pretty sure.
You know a lot about celebrity marriages.
Yeah, what can I say? My brain is where Us Weekly is called from.
So just this is what this website oceanservice.noaa.gov says. Just to recap, because I didn't read too heavily into it, but it's got 2 pictures and they're clearly different. Sea lions are brown, bark loudly, walk on land using their large flippers, and have visible ear flaps. Seals
cute.
have small flippers, wriggle on their bellies on land, and lack visible ear flaps. So,
Invisible ear flaps.
Wait, which ones have tusks? Both?
those are
walruses.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Shocking
And
information.
the
I just
occasional
got.
narwhal.
That's
Narwhal.
true.
Yeah.
Just one tusk.
Yeah, it's
They have
more of
many
just
tusks?
a nose
A
sword.
tusk.
That's no sword.
Yeah, I think that's the scientific term for it.
Yeah. It's just used for like
Yeah.
pillaging and stuff.
I'm not a fish doctor.
I guess here's a fun fact that I got on our page over here. While we're talking about creatures, we like to have like groups and we were
Oh, yeah.
I made a joke about the globsters being like a group of Harlem Globetrotters fans
sure.
or whatever.
Uh-huh.
A group of giraffes is called a tower.
Oh, that's a really good.
Yeah,
Yeah, makes sense.
Tower of giraffes. I was gonna make a joke, but it's not. Apes is a shrewdness.
What?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
A shrewdness of apes, a band of gorillas, and a troop or a barrel of monkeys.
Well,
A
that
troop.
explains
A
that
band.
game.
Oh, that does explain the
Yeah,
game and
there
how
we
much
go.
fun we're having.
Yeah.
Barrel of, I don't know.
We're having a real shrewdness of apes up
My
in
favorite
here.
one is crows. Crows.
Murder.
Murder of crows, which I
Roast
think is
fowl.
really gives crows a really bad name.
Yeah.
I like a parliament
A parliament of owls.
of owls.
Yeah.
If they were like a group of podcasts, what would it be?
Oh god.
iTunes.
A subscription of
iTunes.
podcasts.
A group of podcasts. I
Um,
don't know.
An arrogance of podcasts.
yeah, that's great. A
Arrogance.
snoot of podcasts.
Yeah, a snoot.
A snoot. That's a fun word.
See them by the snoot all the time. But let's talk about Barrel of Monkeys, the
Sure.
fun-filled game that
Let's talk about it.
I've never played Barrel of Monkeys.
I don't think I have either.
Oh, I've played.
You've played? You've dabbled?
I'm well versed in.
Do you concur, Doctor?
I should have concurred.
So, Barrel of Monkeys is a game that was developed in 1965 by Lakeside Toys, created by Leonard Marks. Then he sold it to the Lakeside Toys, and today it's produced by the Milton Bradley Company, a subsidiary of Hasbro. And when he originally developed the game, he used these S-shaped hooks made from rubber and wire, and he intended to name it Barrel of Fun, but found that both the name and Barrel of Fun were already being used by other manufacturers. You know, that sweet term that gets you to want, like, oh my god, we just need to capitalize on this fun barrel craze.
Yeah, I wonder what that game was. The other game.
Yeah, it was just a barrel full of fireworks. They just sell it to kids. So they decided to name their game after a related phrase, more fun than a barrel of monkeys. And then they turned those S-shaped hooks into little plastic monkeys. Yeah. And, yeah. I don't know why. At this little fact at the end here, he was born in Roslyn, New York, which is right on Long Island. And I also know someone who was born there. So, hello,
God.
Lisa Goldberg.
Oh, hey. Hey, Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa. Woo,
Hey, Lisa.
girl.
Hi, Lisa.
I like the idea that when something like isn't quite working out for you, you just turn it into a monkey.
Yeah, right?
You know, like where I'm like, I just like don't like my sprinkler system, and I like just turn it into a bunch looks like a monkey. That's a bad example, but I feel like there's good examples
if you
out
think
there.
about the 1968 Charlton Heston Classic, it was originally Planet of the Fun because
Oh,
it was
that's so
just
weird.
like
It
a
was just
planet
having
where
a
like
great
people were just
time.
partying all the
They're
time.
partying on top of the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, woo, whatever.
Yeah, and this one guy was so hungover, he came in and his brow was furrowed and like he couldn't make sounds. And you're like, you look just like an ape. My God, there's already a Planet of the Fun movie coming out. Let's just make these apes.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, it's weird. It was only 3 years after this this game debacle.
Yeah, and like the candy bars that they're now called fun size, but they used to be called monkey size.
Yeah, because they
which
were
is really weird.
they were a size where a monkey could eat them without choking to death.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
really true. But then people didn't like it because they thought they were from, monkeys.
That was- then they realized you can't feed apes chocolate.
Yeah, that's true.
It enrages
Ki-
them.
It kills them. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Great.
It kills them because we have to put them down after they fly into a monkey rage.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about my favorite movie, The 12 Funs. Brad Pitt's. I'm a huge fan of Brad Pitt and Bruce Willis.
Oh, yeah?
Who's also Bruce Willis was in 12 Fun.
Star of The Kid?
Yeah, star of The Kid. Yeah,
He's a good guy.
he's a good guy.
I have no idea what movie The Kid
Actually,
is.
I will say Bruce
The
Willis.
Kid, he was like, it's a time travel movie, whereas Bruce Willis
was a
his younger
Disney
self,
movie.
His younger self somehow travels into the future and finds old Bruce Willis, and he's
Are you
like,
thinking of Looper?
Yeah, that one.
no, that kid was Bruce Willis. Spoiler alert.
No, Disney's The Kid.
Was Bruce Willis's kid.
How
That
old
was
is
him
this
as
movie, The
himself.
Kid? Is this
Like,
recent?
1999.
It was
maybe.
year
I didn't see it.
2000.
2001. Oh, it's close, very close. I've
It's
seen that
it's
movie.
14 years old now.
All right, skip to the
Wow.
end, buddy. It's
Yeah.
it was the kid was Bruce Willis as a small child.
Yeah, there's Russ Duritz and
Just
Rusty
guess
Duritz.
I don't
think
need
so.
to see this one. Don't need
pretty
to
good
see it.
though.
Wow,
Yeah.
here's a lot of movies where it's like, hey, guess what? This person was this the whole time.
Uh-huh.
Like, you're like, yeah, Sixth
I'm a
Sense.
ghost.
Yeah.
I'm me.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, he's
It's his calling card.
It's just two. I can't
You
think
know,
anymore. It's just two.
it's-
well, there was Looper. There was
Oh, yeah, that is his Looper where he's somebody else on
there
there.
was 12 Monkeys. He was the thing at the end. He did the whole thing. It was
What
a
is
giant.
he? I don't know what the end of 12 Monkeys is.
It was the airport where he shot the dude or whatever, and he dies.
Oh, that's right. It is him.
And it's him, and
'Cause he's like a
sent
blonde
back-
wig or something.
Yeah, and he's sent back from the future to try and stop it. But
Wow.
him as a kid sees himself as from the future to do the thing, and then there was the Sixth Sense where he was dead the whole time.
Are these?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Then there was
Mind
Then there
blown.
was there
Don't
was-
spoil something that's been out for 20 years.
I know.
Then there was Unbreakable that was not very good, and then there
Oh, yeah,
was,
but
He was a superhero in
he
that.
was
The whole
first
time.
one
Yeah.
the whole time. Yeah.
Wow, he really is like, his whole thing is like, when he gets a script, he's like, am I something the whole time that no one knows
Yeah,
about?
then in Die
and
Hard,
if not, how can we tweak
Yeah, I
it?
need a
Die
secret.
Hard, he was upset the whole time.
Yeah.
He wanted to get divorced the whole time, and he ended up doing it.
Mm-hmm.
He went to patch up his marriage in Die Hard 1, and in Die Hard 5, it didn't work out. Way to go, buddy.
Yeah.
You should have not gone to Los Angeles the first time.
Well, it was Christmas. What are you gonna do?
You gotta go.
Gotta get in the spirit of the holidays.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party.
What was it? Oh no, I was thinking of what's the movie where Arnold's on Mars? Total Recall.
Yeah.
See you at the party, Richter.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
It's funny you bring up Mars, because I have a fact here about
Oh, see, look at that segue.
We're a huge fan of segues here, Brea.
Yeah.
The vehicle.
The vehicle. Like, you like riding them down the
Yeah,
street.
not bridging two disparate topics.
No,
with a common
Why
thread.
would you? Why
Yeah.
would you?
Here's the thing about Pluto. Pluto's not a planet anymore.
Sorry,
Wah, wah, wah.
it's still a cartoon dog.
Yeah, it is on occasion. It's more like a. They prefer to call it a
Dwarf planet.
dwarf dog.
Dwarf dog.
They prefer to call it a dwarf dog. So it's such a bad joke. It's a Sunday here, guys. This is it's been a long weekend. We got our dad jokes tonight.
I like it.
Dad jokes. Anyways, Pluto was discovered on February 18th, 1930. I did not realize it was that long ago.
That's a long
1930, yeah.
time.
February 18th, 1930, Pluto was discovered. It takes the dwarf planet 248.09 Earth years to complete one orbit around the sun.
Jeez,
Jeez,
longest
slow.
birthdays ever. Am I right?
For 1 year, for a year of Pluto to happen,
We've all died twice.
spoiler alert, Pluto was Bruce Willis the whole time. Pluto will complete its first full orbit since discovery on Monday, March 23rd, 2178. Just a few years after Neptune turns 2.
Also that weekend, Avengers 19 coming to a theater near
Avengers
you.
19. Yep, and another DC movie to try and, because DC sucks and they're gonna. Anyways, I like DC. I like Batman. Whatever. Stop hating. Anyways,
Who's hating on
I'm
Batman?
talking about
You did.
He really needs a defender. That Batman has such a hard time of it.
Batman.
He lost his parents.
As the
Be
listener-
kind.
As the listeners know, Batman's my shit. Like,
Oh,
Batman
really?
is my shit. But DC fucking doesn't know what they're doing, and they drop the ball and whatever. Anyways, Neptune.
Should have Chris Nolan on this podcast.
Yeah,
Feel
right.
Hillary got some feelings.
Yeah.
Get out there.
we would need a black light after this. That's done. I mean, here's the deal. I could be talked into it.
Talked into what exactly?
You having sex with Chris Nolan?
Yeah, on a podcast.
Listen,
On a podcast?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't. Very few guys I would make an exception for, and Nolan would probably be one of those.
Oh, really? Who else?
Do you just want to?
I see what you're doing. Here's the deal. I'll be honest.
You just want his creative juices?
Ooh. Dad joke.
Hot shit.
Somebody's got their buds in at Subway right now, trying to get a sandwich from an artist, a sandwich artist, and they're not going to go with the mayo anymore. But anyways, yeah, that's so gross.
Whoa! That got gross.
I'm talking about mayo.
There's a lady in the room right now, guys.
Mayonnaise.
So tell me who else you'd have sex with on this podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't
Dudes
have to.
only.
Dude, I'm not
dudes.
interested in them. I'm not interested in the women.
The eighth planet from our sun was discovered. See how I did that? That's a segue.
That was a terrible segue.
Yeah, that's more of like an escape hatch.
Escape hatch. Yeah.
Kids at home, a segue is when you pause and act real uncomfortable and then you start talking again.
Yeah, it's a theatrical term.
Next up on Mystic Pizza with Julie Roberts. No, I made that thing again. I always confuse it. Whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
It's
okay.
a Mystic Party.
Yeah, it's terrible. We should have named it
No, it's a
something
good
else.
name. Mystic
You should have named it Mystic Pizza to really cash in on that SEO.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah, because people are really into
Oh,
that
I didn't realize
source.
this movie had a podcast.
There's so many people just wishing there was a Julie Roberts podcast.
Wow, this is a whole new
I
direction
bet
for
there
the
is
film.
a Julie Roberts podcast out there. I
Yeah.
guarantee you there is. And they just
amazing.
discuss Julia Roberts movies every week. They're like,
This week,
Eat,
her
Pray, Love.
iconic work in
Hook.
Ocean's 12.
Is she in Hook?
Was it a
She is in Hook.
Yeah, she's
She's
what is she?
she's
She's
Hook.
Tinkerbell.
She plays Hook.
Yeah, she plays the Hook.
Yeah, that's weird.
She did
role
she did
for her.
mocap for that.
Yeah.
Glenn Close plays the pirate that gets put in the boo box in Hook.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing? I feel like
That
you're
is
not
a
joking
real
with me.
thing.
No, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
I take Glenn Close very seriously.
I doubt that.
Hashtag Team Knobs.
Glenn Close. Yeah. Somehow I'm related to her.
You know what isn't close? Pluto.
Heyo. And speaking of Pluto, the eighth planet from our sun, Neptune, was discovered on September 23rd, 1846. And that only takes 164.8 Earth years. to orbit.
1846?
Yeah.
For some reason, I just don't feel like they had telescopes back then, but I'm
They,
sure they did.
they definitely did. They
I'm
weren't
wearing
great.
a necklace that has the solar system right now
Oh,
on
awesome.
it.
That is
Isn't that
awesome.
weird? But it has Pluto on it,
Yeah.
on that side.
Wrong.
See, I know it's wrong, but
Did you
I
get that from Loot Crate? No.
Uh, no, like some Czech woman made it on
Yeah.
Etsy or something, some random thing like that.
I don't know why I would really like the idea of a
1846.
gypsy selling stuff on Etsy, like haunted stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I should put that in Roz as a horror.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
Gotta make money somehow, those gypsies.
That's funny. That's a good idea. You should do that.
I'm gonna steal that.
Yeah, by all means.
TM, I just trademarked it.
Yes.
Fuck. God
just-
damn it.
Oh, you gotta say TM.
Yeah, it is TM. Just
Then
TM.
you own it.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. It's like the it's like how Jinx legally binds you to purchasing coke for someone. It's a similar statute. I think there's a Supreme Court case somewhere.
What happens when you say R? Like,
Huh?
Like.
Then you become a pirate and
Yeah.
you have to get into a boo box.
Exactly. Then you get shoved into a box full of scorpions.
Well, if TM is trademarked, R is copyright, right?
R is restricted.
Then what is
Copyright is C in a little circle.
Ah, that's right. All right.
So I guess you could say
Johnny.
C in a little circle.
Yeah.
Also.
Johnny-
Circle C.
Johnny Exec over here. Johnny Ad Exec.
Yeah, that's was my birth name, but I changed it.
Mr. Johnny.
You should have kept that. That's a pretty good name.
Yeah, I didn't like the hyphen.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be like probably pretty rich now if you'd kept
Yeah,
that
well,
name.
there was already a Johnny Ad Exec in SAG, so it was kind of an
sure,
issue.
totally,
Yeah.
totally.
Ugh, story of my
True
life.
story.
Yes.
I lived in Austin, and there was a guy running for mayor, and he changed his name. I don't know if his name was already Will, but he changed his last name to Wynn, W-Y-N-N. And so then his name is Will Wynn. And guess what?
He lost.
No, he won.
Oh, twist.
Twist.
Not a good twist, but
Elected by M. Night Shyamalan.
Bruce Willis was him the whole time.
That'd be
Bruce
amazing.
Willis win. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Bruce
won.
I
Winless.
concede.
Winless. Yeah.
Did he change it back after he won?
No, I think that was like his permanent name.
Oh, that's
Which I love the idea of going in front of a judge and being like, I need to change my name
Yeah.
to Win. Because
And
I'm
you
running.
will
I'm
not believe it.
I am a jerk politician.
Yeah.
That's funny. Here's something. Quick thing I found on Mental Floss. According to an article on Mental Floss, with all of the tiny water particles and molecules of water that make up a cloud, the average cloud weighs around 1 million pounds.
What?
Yeah,
It's
'cause of all
insane.
the-
That's
They
horrifying.
calculate the volume of the cloud. You get all the density in there. Then it works out to be about an average one. I think they measured a cumulonimbus for this one.
Yeah.
About 1.1 million pounds.
Okay.
So those giant fluff things up there
Yeah.
are just...
So, like, when you hit turbulence from flying through a cloud, it's because, you're getting hit with 1,000,000 pounds of water.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
So if suddenly that water all, like, came together into a giant ball and, like, froze,
Yeah.
We're fucked.
and then it just fell on you, you would die.
Yeah, we to say the least.
Well, here's yeah, I guess. Because even, like, snowflakes don't melt by the time they get to Earth. I was going to say, I mean, you'd lose some of it by the gravity or whatever.
That's just clouds trying to kill us.
Like a giant
Yeah, they're
ice
just
cube.
dropping
But poorly.
little pieces of their family down
Like
on
if
us.
you took that's like one of those huge clouds too. That like when it goes over the sun and you're like in your apartment and it looks like a plane blocked out of the sun and it's like gets really dark. 1,000,000 pounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
That's
horrifying.
If that just fell.
Yeah, that'd be really scary.
Yeah, just
They would
a
start
million
taking us
pounds
out.
of 1,000,000 pounds of cotton candy just dropping down.
I see what you did.
Delicious.
Yep,
If I love
loving it.
The raindrops. Yeah.
Funny he brings up cotton candy.
Oh, I didn't even know that was there.
Bullshit.
Wow, I really did
You
not.
didn't know
I did
this
not.
then? All right.
Alley-oop is still a slam dunk. That's all I'm going to say, guys.
All right.
So
go
let's
ahead.
talk cotton candy,
Yeah.
evidently, unbeknownst to me. So cotton candy, it was first recorded in Europe in the 18th century. At that time, spun sugar, which is essentially what cotton candy is. You're just taking sugar, spinning it around.
It's just the gross name for
Yeah,
it.
it's just the... Yeah.
Like, that's really disgusting.
Twirled glucose.
I'll take the pink spun sugar, please.
Spun sugar, get your spun sugar here. It was an expensive, labor-intensive endeavor, and it was not generally available to the average person. But then, in 1897, a dentist named William Morrison and a confectioner named John C. Wharton introduced it to a wider audience at the 1904 World's Fair with machine-spun cotton candy. Back at the World's Fair in 1904, they called it Fairy Floss, because why not? It was a huge success. They sold 68,655 boxes for 25 cents a box, which is the equivalent of $6 a box today. Yeah,
Not
wow.
worth it.
Oh,
Wait. Did you say a dentist?
A dentist and a candy maker.
Yeah.
A dentist and a Willy Wonkin.
Yeah, because here's
Teamed
the thing. First
up.
off, an average serving of cotton candy has less sugar than a can of soda. Like that's.
I would hope
What?
so.
Yeah.
Does it?
Well,
It's
'cause
pure
it's
all air.
sugar.
Yeah, but
It's
it's all
pure
air.
sugar, but it's like
And
it's mostly
spun.
air and taking up less space, I would argue, because like the cola is so concentrated. Another dentist, Joseph Lascaux, a dentist from New Orleans,
Yeah, made it even
invented
better.
a similar cotton candy machine in 1921, and he patented that. He's the one who patented the name cotton candy.
Yeah.
And then Fairy Floss faded away, even though that is still what it's called in Australia. They call it Fairy Floss down there.
I kind of like that name better.
Yeah, it's a little more like magical.
This
'cause
is what I floss my
it's
teeth
like,
with.
finally, I can eat the stuff that my pillows are filled with.
Yeah, so delicious. Since you said that's the same as a can of Coke now, I'm like,
Yeah.
well, instead of giving Coke during the day, I just go get a giant thing of cotton candy and just like eat it in my
Yeah.
car as I'm driving.
Yeah.
Would that not be really weird?
Yeah.
If I showed up here with instead of a soda, if I had like
Just
brought
like
my cotton candy, it was just like
bag of
picking
cotton
at it.
candy.
Yeah, the nice thing is that with Coke, you generally get about 100% less sticky over the course of enjoying it.
Sure. Well, not the way I drink Coke.
Yeah,
But sure. Yeah.
just stab it with a knife, just take it
just
off.
let it let it spray
it's like
into
a
my
civil
mouth.
rights fire hose of flavor.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah, I can't do the cotton candy because it's like you get it all over. It gets your fingers, the moisture
Yeah.
in your
Well, I
fingers.
now
usually
you
just
get the kind at the fair with the like stick on it.
Yeah, then you gotta
Yeah.
eat it, and it
And
gets
you know,
all
like,
over your
all
mouth.
over your face. Yeah, then it's like
Usually-
don't get a black light in there. You know what I mean?
Just don't get black lights, period.
Don't do
Those
black lights.
posters aren't
Who
that
does
cool.
them? Who
No.
uses those?
Yeah.
Like kids in the 90s.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
think, do kids into weed still use those?
I don't think they do.
I don't know. I don't
Is
think
that still like a trend?
I think
for
now they just
potheads?
use weed in the internet.
Oh yeah, that's it.
They're like, oh, I'll just
They're
turn
like, I
on
don't-
Adult Swim.
Yeah, they don't need like a black light weed poster.
Yeah.
And one of those with like mushrooms.
Lava lamps.
Remember, lava lamps.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Those still popular?
In throwback sequences to establish that we're
Sure.
in the 1960s.
Sure.
Hey, are you Wolverine? Are you naked? There's a lava lamp. You're in the past.
Right, exactly. That's so true. Or my high school bedroom.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a lava lamp. I had a neon mushroom poster, and I had a black light.
Yeah.
And I've never smoked weed.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever in your life?
I just love the aesthetic.
They just,
You're
yeah.
just really
I just was-
into looking like a 60s
I was,
porn den.
I was a huge follower in high school, believe it or not. And I seen Dazed and Confused, and I'm like, hey, those people look cool. I want to be friends with O'Banion.
And so you bought a black light, and you're
I
like,
did.
this is the way I do it.
Hey, 6 Degrees of Batman, right? For those that you don't know, that was O'Banion was Ben Affleck in Days and
Oh,
Confused.
Batman.
Batman?
No wonder you loved him.
Batman. Also, here's something. Speaking about cotton candy, this is how dumb I am. I mean, I'm not dumb. I'm fairly intelligent.
I don't.
But things.
Okay.
Aristotle will delete that comment of hers.
Mark it on the thing.
Mark it. Time
He's
code.
marking it. Don't mark it.
Let's hear
Don't
it,
do it
one more time.
Don't you dare do that.
So in case I was edited out, Brea just said something very hurtful to Russell.
Like, we always would have, in my grade school, we would have like popcorn day or whatever. It was like 25 cents for popcorn, a thing like that on like occasional Fridays or whatever. And we would have like cotton candy day, similar, like for a quarter or whatever, you get like a bag of cotton candy or whatever. And I'd always see the machines of cotton candy machines, but I really never, like as an adult, I've never because I don't go around every day thinking about the mechanism of cotton candy machines,
Right.
or I don't go around thinking about how cotton candy's made. But it's literally just melted sugar spun really, really fast through tiny holes that dries into fine hair.
That makes it sound so delicious.
Ooh.
With pink food coloring in it.
Yeah, that's
Or
exactly
blue.
all it is. Like it's a big bowl with it's almost like a washing machine. It's got the thing in the center that you
Yeah.
pour sugar into, and it melts it, and then it's got holes in that rod, and it spins it really.
The cotton
really
candy
fast.
machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, just centrifugal force and sugar.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
And like I've always seen, I've always seen how it's done, but I never. My brain just for some reason never processed the fact that it just melted the sugar and spun it.
Oh, yeah. I knew that. You didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that.
Something else cool about cotton candy is I was in Japan one time, and there's a dish called sukiyaki, which is basically, it's like egg. It's like sort of like sweetened beef a little bit. It's just like they have this like sweet sauce, or you like take the beef, you dip it into egg, but they usually put some sugar on the pan to just get that sweetness in the meat.
Okay.
And I went to this one place, and instead of just like using sugar, they put a thing of cotton candy in there, and you just like watch it dissolve before your eyes, and it was so cool.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Japan is magical.
It is.
I've never
It
been
is.
there, but I just
Never
assume
been.
it's
I-
just like cool stuff like that everywhere.
Literally around every corner.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Never been. It's on my bucket list.
It's
I wanna go there.
it's
Yeah, me
shit.
too.
I'd say definitely. Anthony Bourdain was on the Nerds podcast recently, and they asked him like, "Where's the one place you should absolutely go?" And he said Tokyo, and I definitely stand by that.
But do you think that everything is full of like nuclear fallout?
No,
No,
not at all.
I kind of don't either.
Not even a little bit.
This is
Like maybe if you're like drinking sewer water in Fukushima, that might be
Sure.
something you probably should avoid.
Right.
But generally speaking, it like they take that so seriously over there.
right.
Because it's just been
Well, they like
ever
quit
since-
serving certain things, like mushrooms. You can't get them over there now because that's
And
one thing that
I
gets
mean,
like nuclear.
It's from certain areas. It's
Yeah.
all like that region was devastated. But nowadays there's plenty of places to get shiitake and
Is there?
orange and so many different kinds of mushrooms. Yeah.
I like when I say things that like I have no idea if that's
No,
true.
it's-
I'm
I
like,
mean,
and
I-
you can't get mushrooms.
I was
also,
I
no
was there
cotton
a
candy
few,
at all.
I was there a few months ago, so I can speak
Oh.
from experience.
What were you doing?
Y'all can get some shrooms. Oh, a straight shrooming.
Some scrooms
Yeah, just some scramps,
and some scrooms.
some scrooms.
scramps.
What were you doing in Japan?
I just went for a trip.
Oh, just for
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah, for
Wow.
funsies.
You're kind of fancy.
Yeah, well, the tickets were surprisingly cheap,
I know.
so I was like, yes.
Really? That's
Could not
great.
click fast
Did you go
enough.
by yourself?
No, my girlfriend and I went
that's good.
for just a fun little trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, little getaway.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
How long,
highly
have you,
recommend it.
how long have you guys been together? I'm going to make this podcast now about your personal life.
Oh wow, we've been together
He's turning
2 years
red.
and counting.
Okay, that's great.
yeah.
Fantastic.
I never knew that.
2 years and counting. You guys do a podcast with each other every week. You never asked how long he's been with his
We're
girlfriend.
approaching a year too.
I said no personal questions from Razzle.
No, but
Guests
it's
can
been
ask
from Brea
anything.
that I can ask.
Guests can ask anything.
Okay, what do you want me to ask him?
Could you ask
Yeah.
Dan?
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Said greatest fears, no reason.
What man would he have sex with on the podcast?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Black lights welcome.
Oh,
Yeah,
changes the mood.
yeah. I'm trying to be fully disclosed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Spider-Man is a Marvel character, correct?
Yes,
Please
he is.
segue. Please segue.
Spider-Man invented in 1963, I want to say. 1960, no, maybe 2.
By Kirby and Ditko? Is that
No,
right?
mostly
Stanley and,
mostly Ditko. Kirby had come up with a character originally called called Spider-Man because they wanted to run with this concept.
Yeah.
But it was essentially a retread of another character he made in 1959 for Archie Comics called The Fly.
Okay.
So they kind of called him on it. They're like, hey, we can't really use this. So what they did is Steve Ditko and Stan Lee together, mostly Steve Ditko, developed this new character that became Peter Parker. Spider-Man was one of the few characters that Jack Kirby wasn't like super involved in the creation of, like
as opposed to Bob Kane taking all of the credit for
in the Stan Lee Jack Kirby divide, Stan Lee is the Bob Kane, Jack Kirby is the Bill Finger, but he got more credit than Bill Finger did.
Even though Bill Finger made most of the normal of the things we know about today, that was all that other dude that I can't remember his name.
Bob
Fred?
Kane?
No.
What?
Another guy, Fred something, Fred Waters, whatever.
Willard?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
What is the guy you name? I don't know the name, but I know Bob Kane took
Steve
Bob Kane.
Ditko, Jack Kirby,
No, the
Stan
Batman.
Lee,
Bob Kane and the other dude.
Bill Finger.
Bill Finger. Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't remember names. I don't remember facts. I just remember ideas. Next up on this podcast, I was reading that the Bill Finger created most of the original, like the Batman we know today. And then Bob Kane, pushed him aside and took all the credit for it. Like Bob
Kind of
Kane-
ran with it, yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to like some old version of Batman, or just the Batman we know. Is there another version that was around?
There was the Batman we know. Most of the ideas were from Bill Finger, but Bob Kane came up with like the bat this and the bat that.
Oh,
from what I remember reading,
pretty important.
Like it was, there was a bunch of write ups about it a few months ago because we're approaching the 75th anniversary of it or whatever, and there was a bunch of write ups about it that I remember reading.
Yeah. So Bob Kane created the character the Batman, but he was he had a yellow suit and like reddish tights and just did not look intimidating at all.
Looked corny. He looked corny.
Yeah. Trying to see if I can pull up a picture of him.
Of the Bob
He was
Kane
very
Batman.
silly. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Basically, he was a
corny.
blonde guy with bat wings and red tights, and it just did not look like the Batman we know today. And it was Bill Finger who kind of stepped in, was like, no, let's make him like gray and give him a cowl and make him more bat-like without...
Because bats' personalities are like really dark.
Exactly.
They're not like blonde and like fun to be around. They're
exactly.
just
they're not like cool gymnasts.
no, they're not. They're like, if you invite them to the party, they're like
they're
real
not
bitchy in the
they're
corner.
not like
and they're
Paul Ham. They're like Mia Ham.
Have you guys seen? There's
know.
photos online of like bats sleeping because they hang up, they hang upside down and they're sleeping.
Oh yeah, and if you
but
flip
then
it,
if you flip it upside down, it looks like they're breakdancing.
yeah,
What? No, I haven't seen that.
yeah. Look up bats sleeping if you get the chance.
It's like they're
so
breakdancing?
Yeah,
Yeah, because of the way they hang.
He'll pull it up on his computer. The way they hang, it looks like they're breakdancing. It's very, very
That's
funny.
really weird. Oh, I see what you're saying. That is really bizarre.
Yeah,
It does look like they're breakdancing.
yeah,
They look like
Dance
they'd be
fight.
so fun at a party. Maybe
I know.
they should redo Batman.
exactly.
Yeah.
We
Clearly,
just
they're
flip all the
super
artwork.
fun.
Just
Yeah.
flip all the artwork.
Yeah.
They're the people, when you're at a party and then someone starts breakdancing, and you're like, what?
You're like,
And like, you had this secret skill this whole time and I didn't know, and that makes me really jealous.
quick, everyone, circle up.
Yeah, and then you circle up, and I just clap my hands.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
And then until someone pushes you in the center, you're like, oh, I'm not ready for
Oh yeah, I
this
don't
pressure.
know. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Can't do the worm. I'll hurt myself. I swore I'd never do that again.
I can do the robot. That's it.
The robot?
I can do the robot, and then I can do the Elaine dance. Remember Elaine when she's like kicking weird? Elaine
Oh, yeah.
from Seinfeld.
Yeah,
totally.
I figured
I
that's
know
which
that.
Elaine you meant.
Yeah.
Elaine
No,
Stritch,
Who's that? Who's that? I don't know that Elaine.
a dearly departed actress.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I'll pretend I know what you're
She's
saying.
a real depressing
Go watch
documentary.
old recordings of Company.
Oh, okay, sure.
She was on 30 Rock recently.
Yeah. Oh, she played Jack Donaghy's mom on
Yeah.
30
Oh,
Rock.
yeah, cool.
She's good on that.
No idea.
Alec Baldwin.
Sure, I know Alec Baldwin.
The Capital One guy.
Yes.
Not Samuel L. Jackson. All right. Well,
Anyways, back to you mentioned. Anyways, Marvel characters, etc. We started Spider-Man. Yada yada yada. Awesome movie just came out a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, known as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Seen it.
Okay.
Seen it.
I saint it.
It's a
seen it.
great movie. Great, very, very fun movie. Rocky Raccoon was a character in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Rocket Raccoon.
He was
Yeah,
my favorite,
correct.
second favorite character.
Rocket Raccoon.
Yes.
You'll know why I say Rocky Raccoon.
I will.
Rocket Raccoon from was the character voiced by God damn it.
Bradley Cooper.
Here's the deal. That's what's
Mr.
awesome.
Handsome.
I'll tell you what.
That's
Not only was Guardians of the Galaxy awesome, but not one point during that movie did you know that was Bradley Cooper doing the
No,
voice
isn't
of
that weird?
Bradley
I actually forgot about it until the
He
end.
did such a good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
A
voicing
lot of
Rocket.
people were complaining. They're like, I've heard people complaining, like, it didn't sound like Bradley Cooper. Duh. Acting.
He's
Like, that's
acting.
why he was
He's
hired.
acting.
But anyways, Rocket. Here's a little bit of trivia about Rocket Raccoon, or Raccoon as some people call it. Rocket Raccoon was created by writer Bill Mantlo and artist Keith Giffen. The character first appeared in Marvel Preview number 7 in the summer of 1976. He is an intelligent, anthropomorphic raccoon who is an expert marksman and master tactician. His name and aspects of the character are a nod to, fun fact, the Beatles song from 1968 called Rocky Raccoon.
Whoa.
So Rocket Raccoon from the Guardians of the Galaxy was named after the 1968 Beatles tune Rocky Raccoon.
Wow.
Yeah, fun fact about
I didn't
that.
know
That is
that.
a fun fact.
Yeah.
And Bradley Cooper modeled his voice for Rocket Raccoon after Joe Pesci in Goodfellas.
That's not true.
It is true.
Is it really
Yeah,
true?
he said that in interviews. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he totally didn't sound like Bradley Cooper,
No.
which I'm okay with.
Yeah, exactly.
Vin Diesel modeled his Groot voice off of the Iron Giant.
Really?
Yeah, it's because he also voiced the Iron Giant.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he also said like one word in that movie too.
Well,
Vin Diesel.
do what you're good at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just keep on doing it.
Yeah, hey,
I will say Groot was my favorite character, so
It's my favorite character,
job well
too.
done.
I really would
And-
like wish that was a real thing, so I could have that, and like maybe a luck dragon,
Yeah.
and like maybe a secret garden, and then I'd be like really sad as far as my fantasies from movies go.
That's it. That's the only 3. What would 4 other ones be?
Oh no! Don't wait. What?
Challenge if we're challenging each other here.
No, I don't know.
You want a luck dragon?
Okay.
Falcor.
Yeah, I want a Falcor
You want a secret garden?
from the movie Secret Garden.
Yes. You want a pet Groot?
Oh, I thought it was going to be from something else.
I would take like those flowers from Pee Wee's Playhouse that sing.
Oh, okay.
I would take that cat from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Okay.
Salem.
Salem. Oh, good call.
Yeah.
Good call, Salem.
As opposed to Banks from Hocus Pocus.
Yes. Yeah. I would take 2 of those eels to be my sidekicks.
Okay, okay.
We're coming from Little Mermaid, the ones you referred to
Flotsam
earlier.
and Jetsam.
And oh goodness gracious, now I can't think of anything else. I would take like
I would take Batman's money.
thank you. Yeah, I'll take that. Thanks. Or just like his butler.
A Scrooge
just like
Mc-
a butler to walk me around
Just
and
a
like do stuff.
Scrooge McDuckian coin vault.
Yeah, that's what I'll take.
All right.
That sounds great.
All right,
Yeah.
Dan, what are some things you'd
Yeah,
like?
what would you like for movies?
Spider-Man.
You just want your own
I just
Spider-Man?
want my own
I
Spider-Man.
want a Spider-Man.
He follows you around?
Oh, I don't know.
know,
Maybe
I think-
the
I think-
chariot
I
from
think
Ben
he-
Hur.
No, dang.
Maybe the Pepsi that they offer Spartacus in that Pepsi commercial.
Oh, great.
Because I'm a little thirsty.
I seen a picture on the internet of the Spartacus scene where everybody's like, "I am Spartacus, I am Spartacus," and then there was Groot.
I am
He's
Groot.
like, I am Groot.
What is that? I've never seen this.
It was well, in Guardians of the Galaxy, Groot.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Groot, the sentient tree
I get
man
it.
played by Vin Diesel.
But you've seen the movie Spartacus, right?
Yeah, I have seen Spartacus. It's been a long time though.
Yeah, it's
like,
also a
that
long
was like
movie.
college years.
Yeah. So the iconic scene at the end where
Oh, I
like,
see what
I
you're
am
saying.
Spartacus.
I get it. I get
I am
it.
Spartacus.
Yeah, that's a
I
joke
am
that had to be
Groot.
explained to me. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Everybody
we're
listens
here to
real
learn.
mad. Okay,
We're
good.
here to learn.
Oh, good.
Trying
Yeah.
to find it on here, but I can't.
So while he's doing that, let's
Yeah, I
talk
couldn't
about
find
Vespas real quick
Yeah.
because, hey,
Segways.
who doesn't love some Sunday scooting?
Oh.
Yeah. So Vespa, it's an Italian brand of scooter manufactured by Piaggio. And the name in Italian, do you know what it is? Do you know what it means? Do you know what it
No,
stands
tell
for?
me.
Wasp.
yes, white
Oh, horrible.
Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
Yes,
Oh.
it's because that's who should ride it. Yeah, so in 1994, Piaggio engineers Renzo Spolti
Spulty.
and Vittorio Cassini designed a motorcycle with bodywork that fully enclosed the drivetrain and formed a tall splash guard at the front. Who likes getting splashed? No one. So in addition to this bodywork, they designed handlebar-mounted controls, forced air cooling, smaller diameter wheels, and a tall central section that had to be straddled. It was officially known as the MP5. Not the submachine gun, the Moto Piaggio No. 5. It was nicknamed the Paparino, which is either duckling or Donald Duck in Italian. Now, upon seeing the next iteration of that, the MP6, Enrico Piaggio exclaimed, "Sembra una vespa." It resembles a wasp.
Yeah, he said that. I was there.
Yeah, it was a great day.
That was a good accent you just did.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
Okay, good.
So, yeah, he effectively named it on the spot, and it's Latin for wasp, derives from the shape, because the rear part connects to the front part with a narrow waist, and the steering rod resembled antenna.
Yeah, antennae.
Crazy.
Just one.
This one.
Antenna.
I got in a wreck on a Vespa once.
Oh, no.
Yeah, not a bad wreck, but it was bad enough. My brother had one, and he was driving it, and I was like on the back, and he turned, and I had never been on one before, and you're supposed to like lean into the
Yeah.
turn, and I didn't lean.
Uh-oh.
And so the Vespa just fell over and like skid across the ground, and we skid across the ground.
Oh, no.
And we were just mostly really super scraped up, but I had to
Uh-huh.
like get on a plane that night. I remember being really pissed because I had like
Oh.
my arms
You're
and
just,
legs
like,
were so scraped.
Super uncomfortable
It
in
was
that whole
really
flight.
uncomfortable, for sure uncomfortable.
Did you have like
Yeah.
a long sleeve shirt on? Or
No.
something? Oh.
No, we were in Texas, so we were wearing like shorts and t-shirts and no helmets. Because
Yeah.
why would you? We're in college. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, but so I don't like Vespas very much or motorcycles or anything like that. I'm scared of them.
No, you had a helmet on. Texas has helmet laws.
No, I didn't have a helmet on.
God damn, all right.
But I'm sure they have helmet laws.
Texas might not. I know some states
They have
do
a
not.
10-gallon hat law.
Yeah, you have to wear it and
Yeah.
that like blocks everything.
Yeah,
the
you
car
have to
hits
be,
you, it just
you have to
bounces
be
right
rooting
off.
and tooting.
Yeah, that's
at
true.
any given time.
That's true. That's true.
So you're from Texas. You're born and raised in Texas.
Uh-huh. Check.
What?
Where are you from?
Michigan.
Did you know that about him?
I did know this
Okay,
about
good.
Razzle.
I just
because
don't feel like you guys
he
know much
brings-
about each other, and I
I
wanna
know
bring it
that
out.
because he brings it up in nearly every podcast.
Oh.
It's because I mean, it's yeah.
Where are you from in Michigan?
Bay City, Michigan.
I
I do
don't-
bring it up because
I
of
don't
some of
know.
the facts. It's like, oh, I'm telling a story,
Yeah.
or I remember a story, or
And they named the popular Italian market and sandwich chain Bay Cities for his hometown.
the Starsky and Hutch was based out of my town.
Oh, yeah?
No. It was based out of Bay City, Texas, I believe.
Oh, maybe.
Because
This is near Houston.
Yeah. Could also buy some bays.
Oh, maybe. Possibly. I'm not from near there at all, and Texas
Where-
is really big, so...
Yeah. Where in Texas are you from?
I grew up in a small town called Marshall, which is near...
Oh, we are.
No, it's different.
We
That's
aren't
in Illinois.
Marshall.
That's from Illinois, so it's a different
Oh,
Marshall.
Marshall's like the store.
No, not quite. Not quite.
Getting close.
There is a
like the
movie...
Thurgood.
Like the police.
no.
Like the police captain.
No.
okay.
There is a movie called The Great Debaters that's set in my hometown. That's the only reason people might know. Oh, and Bill Moyers is like from there or something.
Nice.
But it's a really small town near Shreveport, Louisiana, if that gives
Okay.
you any sense of
I know,
where it is.
I've heard of that. Shreveport.
Yeah.
They filmed a lot of shit there, right?
They film a
stuff.
lot of shit is the actual good word for it. They film a lot of shit there. But I went to school in Austin, so I kind of claim it, that one, because
Nice.
it's easier. Because people are like, where's Mark? People from Texas don't even know where it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's similar. I grew up just outside of Boston, but whenever people ask me, I say the Boston area.
Yeah,
Because it's easier, because you're not going to know Wakefield.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
Wakefield.
I know Wakefield.
I'm just kidding. I haven't been.
Yeah.
I
The
have no
only,
idea.
the only reason I know Wakefield is because you mentioned it before, but it also reminded me there was a punk band from Wakefield.
What band?
A punk band.
Yeah,
called
what
Wakefield.
band?
They were called Wakefield?
Okay.
Called Wakefield, from Wakefield, and I believe, if I'm correct, the drummer and his brother from the band Wakefield. I could be wrong because this is like 15 years since I've been in this industry and I've even dabbled in music. But the drummer, I think, from Wakefield was the original drummer from Good Charlotte. I think.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Wait, did you play music?
I did. I was in a punk band in my early.
What band was
20s.
it?
This is called Joe Friday. Nobody's heard of us.
I haven't heard of it.
No.
But I listened to punk music in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah. Did what kind? Punk or just like ska or anything like that?
I listened to
Punk?
ska too.
Yeah. Did
I was in an all-girl ska band when I was
Oh, really?
14 years
Oh,
old.
nice.
Mustard
I know
Plug?
about Mustard Plug. Don't even play.
Yeah.
Mustard Plug is so good.
I haven't listened to them in 15 years, but I'm
Yeah.
sure they hold up.
You were in an all-girl ska band.
And when I was like 14, it was really terrible.
Yeah,
It
what was the name?
I feel like that
Oh my God,
is,
do you want to know the
like,
name?
Absolutely.
That is like the age range where everyone goes through their ska
Ska
phase.
phase. Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna wear black and white every day.
Yeah. Yep.
The band was called Shut Up and Dance.
Nice.
Which is a really good ska name.
Yeah.
If you, I mean, it doesn't have the word ska in it, which I feel
it's
like
not
is
a ska
kind of
pun.
no,
Yeah,
it's not a ska
exactly.
pun. But no,
Yeah.
Mephistopheles. That's my favorite ska pun.
Oh, my goodness.
But then I played in punk bands after that when I was
Okay.
older.
What were some of the names of your punk bands?
Nothing, anybody ever. It was in
Yeah.
East Texas. Like you have to remember,
Yeah, but
like
what were their names? Punk names are always interesting.
Junction June was one of them, and the other one was the Vicki Lawrence fan club.
And
Okay.
Clear Eyes, Full Hearts, Can't Groove.
That's you should sell that to a punk band. TM, I should buy it.
Fuck. These damn copyright laws get me every time.
What did you play?
I played drums.
You played.
Nice.
Do you still play the drums?
I don't. I mean, I could play a beat if you needed me to, but if it was like a gun was held to my head, but I haven't played in years.
I
Which is
used
weird because I have a
to.
drum set at my house and I still don't play.
It's there just to hold magazines.
No,
and
my
sticks.
boyfriend plays. He plays. He's good. He's actually quite good.
Nice.
And I'm not.
See, I used to play trumpet. I used to play a lot of trumpet
In a ska band?
No, my friend really wanted to, but I was like, no. At that point, I liked listening to it, but I did not want to. I was never like, I want to do that.
So why did you play? You played trumpet at school?
Yeah, I did. I did like jazz band, marching band, like orchestra, all that stuff.
Did your parents hate you for practicing at home? Like, did you have to practice at home? And you're like,
No, I practiced at home, but they like wanted me to practice, and I hated practicing because practicing's for nerds.
yeah, who does it?
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, I just wanted to be naturally gifted without doing any of the work.
You guys, we should totally start a ska band.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Here's the deal.
Here's the thing: a lot of punk bands.
You say that in jest, but I would love. Like I've tried to get some sort of fun side project band going for so long. Nobody want like.
What do you play? What do you play?
I play guitar.
I play guitar.
But I want like a I think it'd be fun to have like Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. Only all girl songs with horns. I think that would be really, really fun.
That's a little complicated, but sure.
Yeah, but it'd be essentially like a ska band. Only it'd be a ska cover band.
Okay.
And we would cover fun pop girl songs.
Oh, I like that. Okay, I
Like
get what
Lady
you're saying.
Gaga or Katy Perry
I like
or
it,
Miley
Britney
Cyrus,
Spears.
and it'd just be
Okay,
fun.
okay.
It'd be fun, and it'd be like with horns and ska.
I go check it out.
I think it'd
I'll
be
go
fun.
invite me to your first show.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
I can't find any other.
You know what this song is missing? Several trombones.
What do you call a group of ska bands?
Oh my god.
Hup, hup. That's what you call them.
Yeah.
No? I don't know.
I get it.
No? Okay. All right.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
I was trying to think of something, but
A boss town. You call
Yeah.
it a boss town. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of some ska puns.
some ska puns.
Some tones. Some.
Yeah, no, I'm
Come on,
blanking. All I can
improvise.
think
Improvise. Let's do it. Come on. Aren't you guys stand-up comedians or
Yes,
something?
I'm
Streetlight Manifesto.
I like that band.
No, they were good. There was that was Catch 22
Yeah,
before
yeah,
that.
Yeah, really
Oh,
good.
I remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember the second one though.
Streetlight Manifesto.
Catch
They're
22?
really good.
I remember
Look up.
Catch 22. I don't remember the other one.
Oh, the
Streetlight
Streetlight
songs.
Manifesto is what they turned into.
Oh.
The brains behind Catch 22 started Streetlight, and they're very, very, very good.
Oh, very
Very,
good.
really, really good.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but shout out to Big D and the Kids Table if you guys are listening.
Yeah,
Hey-o.
you're not, but shout out to you.
Yeah.
They might be.
Yeah, I got kicked in the face during one of your Halloween shows by a man dressed as a Stay Puft Marshmallow. Jumped off the stage, kicked me in the face. Ironically, the band on stage was called Kicked in the Head.
Why was he dressed as a Stay Puft Marshmallow?
I know he was just a fatty and owning it.
I like it when you're like, I'm gonna go to a show tonight, so I gotta put on my costume. It was cosplay
Yeah.
at a show.
Yeah, well, I think it was like a Halloween show.
Oh, okay. That's
Or
right,
Halloween centric. Or maybe he's just a big marshmallow fan.
I like the idea of just getting dressed up for no reason and then
Yeah.
just going somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to do that to go to school. Like, I would be like, I really want to dress today in, like, my dinosaur outfit.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
would just go, like, when I was still a little too old to be doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
I have a cape. Why am I not wearing this at all times?
Yeah, too old. Yeah, but there's an age you can't do, like 7, you can't do
Yeah,
that. But I was
exactly.
definitely doing it past that
Once
point.
it stops being cute and starts being like, I think something's wrong with that
Yeah,
person.
maybe she doesn't know it.
Yeah.
It's normal. Yeah.
Let's look at the spectrum. Yeah. Well, on that note,
On that note,
I think that we are approaching.
Do you guys feel like we learned enough?
I think so.
Okay.
How do you,
All right,
what do you
one more-
feel like?
one more quick fact.
More fact?
Okay, go. Yeah, one more.
One more.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, what do you got?
I don't.
All right.
I didn't mean to force
The way
you.
you said that, I thought you had a fact.
No,
to get to go.
no. I didn't, and I was just trying
Yeah.
to mess with
All
the
right,
show.
here's
So
the
you were
Show
trolling
format.
us just now, which is good
yeah.
because we're going to be talking about troll dolls. So troll dolls,
Oh.
Boom.
they used to be known as dam dolls. They're a type of plastic doll with furry hair depicting a troll. You know, people that live under bridges and generally demand tolls. They were created in 1959 by Danish woodcutter Thomas Dam, hence the name dam dolls.
Dam
Not because they were
dolls.
used much like they do in Denmark to plug dike divots. Wasn't the kid who put his finger in the dike? Wasn't he? I was just rolling with this alliteration, or I think that would be consonants in that case. Anyway, troll dolls, as I mentioned, created in 1959 by Danish fisherman and woodcutter Thomas Dam. He couldn't afford a Christmas gift for his young daughter, Lila, so he carved the doll from his imagination.
Imagination.
So when other children in the Danish town of Gjol saw the troll doll, they wanted one as well.
course.
And his company, Damn Things, began producing the dolls in plastic under the name Good Luck Trolls.
Now, the dolls became popular in several European countries during the early 1960s, shortly before they were introduced in the United States. They became one of the United States' biggest toy fads from the autumn of 1963 through 1965. The originals, also called Damn Dolls, were of the highest quality, featuring sheep wool hair and glass eyes. However, their sudden popularity, along with an error in the copyright notice of Thomas Dam's original product.
Circle C.
Along with the error in the copyright notice of his original product, they resulted in cheaper imitations and knockoffs, which flooded the United States.
So, if you're a Danish woodcarver, make sure that you get a good notary public to look over your paperwork.
Copyright that sheep hair.
Yeah, exactly. And those glass eyes, those cold, unfeeling glass eyes, taken from real people.
Which I was reading too. DreamWorks has a troll movie coming out.
Oh, yeah?
Because they want to capitalize on a toy brand and make some animated movies that way.
A toy brand that's kind of not that popular anymore.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it will be popular because according to Wikipedia, DreamWorks bought out the entire rights to the Damn Dolls. So Thomas Dam and his family owned the troll rights up until 2013, and then DreamWorks was like, "Hey, here's a bunch of zeros. We want to own it all because we want to turn it into a movie."
Because we are desperate for a hit that is not How to Train Your Dragon.
Which is awesome.
Oh, which is a good movie.
I haven't seen the sequel yet, but I really want to.
I haven't either. Do you feel like he is always like, these damn dolls?
Yeah.
Get your hands
These
down.
me dolls.
I like all that information. That's really good. I feel
Yeah,
like
so-
now I'm feeling really
did
good
you
about
learn
how much
enough?
I've learned
Yeah.
today.
Feeling
I'm
like
feeling
we've-
like I'm like this was like almost like a half day at public school
Yeah,
in East
that's it.
Texas. You know?
And for the rest of the day, we're going to put in a little video.
And we're gonna let you guys play
Yeah.
war with cards.
So, without further ado, enjoy Mr. Holland's Opus. Awesome. Well, Brea, thank you so much for joining us
God,
today.
Thank you for
Thank you very
having
much.
me.
Now, where can people find you on the World Wide Web?
Sell yourself.
They can find me on Twitter at Brea Grant, or they can find me. They should look at my podcast on iTunes, Mystic Party.
Mystic Party.
You don't learn anything on there really, but we do talk about we make a lot of paranormal ghost jokes, and we have fun guests talk about their paranormal problems that
Nice.
aren't real; they're made up. So
No,
it's all made up.
Awesome.
It's 100% fake. So if you like fake things,
I do.
I'm number one.
I'm a huge fan
Yeah.
of fake things.
I love suspending my disbelief.
Great, fantastic. You should
Yes.
listen.
Now, can you talk? You have orange hair, and you got a project coming up for that. Can you talk about that, or is that off the record?
When does this podcast come out?
Tomorrow. so-
Okay, then no, I can't talk about it. I don't think it's been announced yet. The funny thing is, it's like I don't have that big of a part in this thing, but I have crazy hair for this thing. So
That's very crazy.
it is.
See-
It is a horror movie of someone who would dye someone's hair really crazy, and it's like really people can probably figure it out. It's the second in a trilogy, I think.
Yeah, she's got Fifth Element hair, guys.
It's
Yeah.
real,
It's called
real nuts hair.
Die Hard.
It's called
DYE.
D.Y.E. hard.
That's the movie. I'm in.
Yeah.
Welcome to the salon.
See, I didn't think anything of it because right now, like the big trend I've noticed is like this like mermaid hair where everyone has like blue, purple, pink
Yeah,
hair.
I would never do that in real life. Like it would have.
Well, I mean, you're pulling it off. Not everyone can, but I will say
Thanks.
it's working.
Well, thank you.
I just know because she
Hey.
mentioned it last night to several groups of people at the party.
I did tell people
Look at
what I
my
was gonna do.
hair.
I told people several times last night what I was in.
We met at a party last night, and like for some reason I knew for some reason I already followed her on Twitter. I don't know why,
Stalking.
but yeah.
Because of her quality content and
Sure.
an engaging feed.
But and then we got talking, and then like I didn't even recognize because of the orange hair, and I
Yeah.
just like you mentioned it to a bunch of people that it's for like you almost needed to defend yourself.
I did need to defend myself because the hair is so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, and it's like yellow on the tips. You can't even see it because I
Yeah.
haven't pulled back. But yeah, I feel like I
You
had to
can't see it
defend
because this is a
myself.
podcast.
Because okay, you guys can't see it at home, but let me describe it. No, because I was leaving my house and my friend was like, "You need to do something with your hair. It's too crazy." And I was like, "What? Can't believe it
Excuse
sounds-
me?
Don't talk to me like that."
How
But it's
dare
not
you?
that it's normal hair. It's just dyed orange.
yeah, and it is kind of normal in Los Angeles. It is popular. The
Right
crazy
now,
hair.
I just yesterday, like, I just looked around a room and saw at least 4 people that had like wacky.
I mean, at the
like,
party last
streaks.
night there was purple, there was teal,
Yeah.
there was your hair, and I feel like there was like a pink or something.
Manic Panic is just making a comeback.
Manic Panic. I
That's
used
true.
to use
This
that.
is
Yeah.
that's what they dyed my hair.
You
my
used
hair
Manic
is,
Panic.
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't. Someone else dyed my hair
How
for
was
this
it
movie.
so bright? How long ago was that? Because
Yesterday. They dyed it yesterday.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because Manic Panic, I used to dye my hair with Manic Panic, and it would be like faded within one wash.
Yeah, one wash. That's what I'm not going to wash it before I do start the
their
movie.
patented panic tech has come a long way.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I've also, I dyed my hair like 10 years ago. So
Yeah, that's true.
But
That's
I'm
true.
sure.
You probably didn't even bleach first.
I used to have like white hair. I used to bleach my hair
All right.
really white. And then I would do that.
We're same.
What can you do?
Samesies.
Right on. At Brea Grant.
That's me.
On Twitter, and Mystic Party on iTunes.
Yeah.
And as usual, you can follow us on Twitter at TWL Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at My Name is Razzle2.
And I'm at OsteoFerocious.
You can like us on Facebook. Today We Learned with Razzle and Dan. You can shoot us an
electronic mail.
An electronic mail at todaywelearnedpodcast at gmail.com.
Love that electronic mail, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry we gave out the wrong
Here we
email
go.
address previously.
Let me have you for like almost a year.
Nearly a year.
We were giving out the wrong
Wow.
email address.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's hard for people to email you.
Dedication to the craft.
Yeah.
While we're talking about this, let me see if I can find it here real quick. We've known of a we've mentioned it. Our one guest before. We've had not guest but a listener. We've one of our. He comments a lot on the Nerdist website, and then he'll send us tweets and all that. He's a very fun friend. He lives in South Africa.
Yeah.
But I got an email. We got an email the other day from another person from the Africa area. Her name is let's see here, Taylor Bednars.
Swift.
Taylor Bednars. Give a shout out to Taylor Bednars. Thanks for listening.
Taylor, yeah.
Thanks,
And,
Taylor.
Thanks for all that. And she just wanted to say hey from Senegal.
Nice.
So, I don't
That's
know
where Akon is from.
Okay.
Oh, and Tay Diggs.
Yeah.
No?
Perhaps.
I don't know anything about it.
Akon is from Senegal. Alrighty.
But that's a fact.
She's a volunteer in the Peace Corps, so thank you for
Oh,
that.
wow.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you for
You live
making
a
more of
better
a contribution to society than I've ever
Yep,
made.
yep.
absolutely.
That's truth.
So yeah, give a shout out to her, and thanks for all that.
Yeah.
And, while we're giving a shout out to her, she's got some facts here. Here's apparently in Turkey, a turkey is called Indian chicken. In India, it's called Peru, and in Malaysia, it's called the Dutch chicken. In Vietnam, it's Western chicken, and in Greece, it's a French chicken. All because of the massively complicated trade routes and no one knowing exactly what turkeys were or where they came from originally. So that's a fun fact. Thank you, Taylor, for that. And thanks
good.
for listening.
Oh my God, I have an animal fact. Can I throw it
Yes,
in?
You certainly may.
So one of my friends is British, and he said that at some point when this was many years ago, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, when they were they hated the French, and somehow a monkey washed up on shore. Have you heard this story?
No.
A monkey washes up on shore, and they had never seen one because they were in England, and they assumed it was a Frenchman, and they hanged him. Have you heard that story?
Oh, my God.
He told me this is true. He says a very famous story in Britain.
Okay.
And because they hated the French, and they were like, well, we've never seen anything like this thing before, so it must be French. Must be a French guy. And so they hanged the monkey.
Wow.
It
Is
was
this true
called,
story?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
called the Hartlepool monkey. So during the Napoleonic Wars, a French ship was wrecked off the Hartlepool coast. So there's a big fear during that time of French infiltrators and spies invading Britain. So they kept a close watch on the vessel, and the ship's pet monkey was dressed in a military uniform and
my
washed up on the
So
coast.
it was adorable, is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
So the fishermen questioned the monkey. They held a beach-based trial. They came to the conclusion that it was a French spy and should be sentenced to death. So,
And then they hanged him.
yep.
Love it.
R.I.P. France's bravest soldier.
Cool. With that, we want to thank everybody for listening. Thank you, Brea, for being a guest on our show. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for that.
Thank you.
This is a very fun episodic, very fun podcast, learning a lot of things
Yeah.
here. I want to thank our listeners for listening again, as usual, and
Thanks.
continue giving us good ratings on iTunes and telling your friends about us. We really, really, really appreciate it. And
Yeah, tell your friends we said what's up.
yeah, hey, what's up? Say hello to your mother for me.
Yeah, if you happen to be Andy Samberg, say hello.
Yeah, and as always,
If you ever wash up in Hartlepool, keep on swimming.
thanks, guys. Thanks, Brea.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.